Yo, what's up guys? I'm going to have another look at Deragron, and the main reason is that some people did mention that you actually do have to put it on Vampire, but you have to put it on Vampire on very low HP, because in the end he gets attack bar from how much he recovered. If he has lower HP, then he would recover more, technically for the full amount of HP that he has, and therefore actually get more A to B. Can we put this to the test where I just throw my best Vampire runes at it on very low HP, and then he would start gaining a shit ton of A to B. And then let's see if that is maybe useful in PvE where he constantly keeps getting turns because he just does that much damage in PvE. Or can we make him use in some kind of team where we would have to be sure that something else is hit, maybe through a threat state or maybe through no AoEs, or maybe in Siege where the elements are simply never going to be hitting him, which is a little bit difficult. But we could look into a few of those scenarios and then see where we get. Artifact-wise, we're also aiming for life drain. I did notice that I do have a good life drain on fire, but apparently I sold all of my life drains on attack type, because life drain in most cases is a little bit useless, but this is pretty much the only one I have, so I'm just gonna use that. So we're adding on top of Vampire also a 47 life drain. Might be more interesting if you would have a higher life drain. This is a max triple roll, so that is a pretty good one, but it's easily to get this upwards towards like 55 plus or something like that. The build over here, we do have this rune over here, which you don't want to max. The HP is really scuffed. There is still a little bit of HP in here. I think that's the only HP that we're looking at. And then besides that, we're looking at a lot of damage. This does feel really scuffed to where I'm like, yeah, this unit is gonna hella die, right? So like, how does that actually work out? Well, let's first put that in a test against my arena defense. And then we're maybe looking at a PvE dungeon. And then we're gonna look into what he can do in Siege. So first of all, we're going to be hitting my Varamos that is currently super squishy build, pretty much no stats build, but just to see if he can get a lot of life drain in where he can get a lot of attack bar. So let's see if we do smack. That is a decent amount of life drain gained. He was at like 30-40% A to B for how much he did hit. 12k hits. Yeah, he's about like a decent amount of the life drain for A to B in there. Let's put a few extra units next to it that are just useless as well, and then see how much we would take on those units. Let's see if we put like super weak units. I do have a bunch of these in here. They don't really have too much stats as well, so just add a few of those in there. Let's gonna smack some slimes. Okay, some of these slimes are even faster than me. Let's see how much we would do against those. And we do actually have extra recovery on the S2 as well, so it would recover even more. He does get an insta turn if he does deal enough damage. Okay. That is a something. Okay, that is... Well, sure, we're smacking slime, so it's easy to hit those, but if he's doing enough life drain, he's actually getting insta turns. Okay, that is semi-interesting. So if we were to place that against the rifle battles, I'm curious to see if he could smack the rifle battles all on auto, just taking instant... Yeah. Okay, he doesn't get fully at some point, so an attack buff or something like that would definitely help out. But he's pretty much getting full turn, so he does not necessarily work like a Carlos, but he kind of works like a Carlos on this. It's not really the same thing, but it's getting close-ish. But yeah, that's the main thing. You have to keep dealing enough damage, because this one is the rifle battle, which is slightly bit more tanky than the others. And there you can already see that he struggles a little bit more to get all of the damage in. But if he has an armor break and a attack buff setup, he would definitely be cycling turns. That is going to be for sure. So, okay, this actually kind of does work. Then I'm curious to see, how would that work in, for example, some of the PvE stage? Is there a PvE stage where he would be very useful? Thinking about SF, because it's the right element. But I don't think it would do all too much there. Like, sure, it could kind of clear waves, but I don't really see the use of that. But what I can think of is actually using him in the Wind Rift. Because in the Wind Rift dungeon, he could he take like a shit ton of turns back to back by just dealing a lot of damage to the wind boss? I actually want to see that, because it might actually be very strong in there. So let's try that out in Wind Beast, because Wind Beast is one of those dungeons you can deal a lot of damage to. I think in some way, if you can't recover, then you're probably gonna get clapped by the boss, but also just very curious to see how this will work out. So, does he get... He gets a good amount of A to B back. He gets about, like, that is a good 70-80% back, maybe even more. And that is, well, sure, at the early stage, it's hard to hit. But I'm very curious to see what happens here, because you do 120 Ks. Okay, he keeps hitting. Wait, do you? wait, he just keeps smacking. He just takes infinite turns. wait, what kind of nonsense is this? He just keeps smacking. He just keeps smacking. Wait, okay, this might actually be your best in slot for all of those raid dungeons. He just keeps smacking them. Wait, what the actual fuck is happening? Okay, sure, in that sense, he has issues to get his life back because he needs to get life back, and therefore this run might be a little bit worse than itself. Wait, it's not super fast, but that is kind of funny. It's just like, hey, that's my turn. No, that's my turn. I'll take this one again. Wait, that is actually freaking insane. Wow, okay, did not expect that, but let's see that at a different dungeon. Let's say, for example, this one. Like, once again, it's not that it's necessarily really good or anything, but it's just mainly really funny. So that is maybe the idea how it's supposed to be used. And when people see this video, maybe people get like other ideas where you could actually use him, but let's see. Wow, that's just... Oh wait, I don't have a single unit right now that has AoE clears. I did remove the one AoE clear unit. But yeah, also in this, he just keeps smacking. You should actually pair this with the, what's it called? There is a way to give him permanent attack buff. It's just so funny to see that thing. It's like, keep smacking. He took like, what, 7-8 turns in a row? It is a way to get through the groggy state pretty fast, though, so I guess I can assume some teams are going to be the fastest way to clear this way. But issue is, he does have incredibly low HP by itself, and outside of the groggy state, it's not going to do as much damage, so those are definitely two issues that he does have. Just mainly for the groggy stage, where he starts smacking an insane amount of hits. I do also think that these twins are currently not fully ruined up, therefore not dealing any damage. Isn't really necessarily helping, but Lucas still clears that. Lucas OP. It's not good, it's just funny. He gets infinite turns. Let me first go for that option, which I did think about, is I can actually give him permanent attack buff. Because the Hongyung, the moment she plays the song, she will always give attack buff to whatever takes a turn right after. So in this case, I don't really care about what runes are on who or what or when. Let's just... I want to see this thing keep like infinite smacking with an attack buff, so... Oh wait, this isn't auto. Is it auto? Yeah, that's auto. Okay, she does play the song, that's good. Is that the right song? Yep, that is the right song. So attack buff. We just have to make sure that we kill. Yep. He does... Oh, has... attack... Or yeah, he keeps getting attack buff in this case. It is allowed to armor break, my mate. You I'll take the turn, I'll take the turn, I'll take the turn, I'll take the turn. Yeah, with attack buff, he's definitely not gonna get rid of his turn. It's definitely not a fast way to clear it, but it is definitely a funny way to clear it. Oh man. It's that the Hongyung doesn't have perfect AI for doing her skill in the first place, so it's not really the best of options out there either how, but is it kind of funny? Yeah, it's definitely kind of funny. That is the main thing. It's more funny than good. I think I might lose over here unless Lucas takes it. Nope. I'm gonna die to this roar. Now I think a star might take it over. Yep. So yeah, it is a slow run. It's definitely not a great run. I definitely don't necessarily recommend people to start running this. But it can give you some ideas of where you could maybe use it. Then the question is, could we use it towards like a Dragon Slayer team or Necro or something like that? Well, the honest answer is no, I don't really think so. I can't really see a world where... Why, Necro? Would he be a Necro unit? No, the big issue is he's just going to kill himself on the waves because he can't actually... Well, no, if he kills something, then he gets HP back. Not sure what the turn order is right now. Would he move after that? No, I think he's one speed too fast to move after that. Okay, I think in this setup he would move right after the Abigail, so let's see what happens. He probably does also get stolen by the boss right now, which I think might be a bad thing, but let's see. Okay, without Death Break, he's definitely not going to be clearing waves in this position. So let's see if there's a Death Break. How much damage you do? Definitely not enough damage on the boss to get enough ATB in, but let's see if we have to get some Death Breaks on the waves. Also, he's getting like not that much ATB back in here. The only way that I can see him get like full ATB back is when he actually deals like an insane amount of damage, which simply not gonna happen in here. So let's see if this works. Well, I guess this would still work. The only thing is he's not that great at taking damage, so he definitely will die at some point. Wild Shot, how much damage? No, it's definitely not that much damage compared to like a star damage or something like that. A star damage is definitely doing a lot more. So he would probably die to this hit. Yep, does die to this hit. Probably Necro is not the way to go for it for this monster, but let's see if there's an armor break on the waves. I'll actually manual that to get an armor break on the waves and then just press auto from there just to see if he has some potential doing it. Sure, I do think that he still needs a buff to actually be good. Of course, I could test this towards normal siege as well. But he needs to deal an insane amount of damage to actually get enough life drain in. So let's see. If we start... No, we don't even take extra turns. So in siege, you won't do any more damage than we're dealing right now. The only way that he actually gets like a full attack bar is in Rift Raids. Which, of course, you do like 120 to like 200 and something K damage. Which makes sense that you get the full A to be in there. But here, yeah, if you do these kind of damages on things in just siege, sure, you're gonna take fast turns, but it's not like, yo, you're smacking infinite turns at this unit. But yeah, it's mainly funny to see him go like for freaking infinite turns in the Rift Raids. That's just absolutely insane. And you still derp twice. Oh man, why does Siren not have perfect AI? Oh, by the way, from my last video on Siren, someone did mention in the comments that if you give the penguin skin, where it actually makes the death breaks land before the other units land. So that is a recommendation that we have seen from like the comment section. So if you do plan to use Siren, do give it the penguin skin. It's better for the death break rotation. But yeah, is this really the way to use this unit? No, not really. Yeah, it is interesting to a certain extent where if you deal enough damage, you're gonna get enough life drain in. And then for life drain, you get enough HP in. Sure, I think I could have done... I'm not sure if I would just simply do more damage on this if I were to give like attack increasing effect or something like that. But yeah, it is hard to make him deal a lot of damage. He does do an okay-ish amount of damage. But then again, he's also going to be super squishy. So if you're using this, you definitely have to use it next to an Ophelia or something with threat state. Maybe his water brother with a threat state. And then you can use it next to that. But it will get very dangerous of where you keep his HP super low. Because that's the main thing. You want to make him do as much damage as possible. And then also, the more HP you recover based on like how much your max is, the more A to B gain you get from it. So you want to be your HP low as possible. And then also your damage as high as possible while still taking turns. So if you're planning to use it, probably some kind of Nemesis set is the way to go. Well, we could actually give that a small try and just see how far we get. Okay, so I'm going to be testing it against this team because I do know that in most cases you can make this hit wind, you can make this hit on a threat stage or him just a little bit. The team is not hitting all too much if you put a Leo next to it, so let's just go for those things with the Leo. And with the Leo can also keep the speed pretty low, which gives me another option to just add in more damage. And then the final one has to be something that gives a little bit of healing, a little bit of protection, a little bit of everything. Well, people kept mentioning Chasun. So I think Chasun might actually be a thing because Chasun can still heal it on the skill 3. So let's just simply go for that. It will mean that Miles will always start hitting this. That is a little bit annoying, but we shall see. And then let's actually give it a Nemesis set rather than a just Vampire Blade, because in that case, we can get more turns in, right? Okay, so we would lose a bit of crit damage to get Nemesis set in, but that is the only way I can actually... Only issue is Carcano will actually drop the lowest HP on that and then start hitting this as well, which is a bit of an issue. Could I maybe rather go for Threat State then? Well, if I do this, I don't have any healing, which is a little bit bad. Maybe we can work with a Provoke. Yeah, let's work with a Provoke in this case. provoking lots of healing from Ashan, just for the idea of it. And then Leo is the typical Leo. So let's see how well this will work or not work, but might be something. Let's push you back. That is good. If that thing would take an additional turn, we would have instantly be dead, but yeah, you can't have everything in life, right? Okay, so now the first thing is, can we actually land armor breaks on those? We can't really land armor breaks on those. Also not dealing that much damage. We definitely would deal more damage on this thing on the left. How much damage do we do? About 30-40% A to B gain on that. We did get a hit over there. Let's just keep pushing back. Also keep provoking. And yeah, it's a little bit of life drain kicking in, but is it the most amount of life drain that we've ever seen in our life? Not really, no. No. That's definitely armor break, please. It doesn't want to armor break, does want to revive. Uh-oh, those hits kicking in. Let's do this. Let's give... Well, if I give you the protection, it doesn't really do anything against that, so might as well try for stun. Doesn't get a stun, don't get the additional turn. He's gonna start hitting that. Doesn't get the additional turn neither, that's good for me, otherwise would have been hella dead. Let's get some life drain-ish in, which doesn't really life drain at all. The provokes are definitely helping, kind of, but if we can make you kill it, can this kill? No, it's gonna die to dots. So if it died to dots, he doesn't get the healing in, which is a little bit too bad. He actually has to make the kill himself. And if he makes the kill himself, then he gets the good amount in that you would like to see. But currently not really getting there. Okay, good thing that nothing is taking additional turns. It was taking additional turns. Can we kill that? Okay, and then we get the full HP back again. That is good. And then we also pretty much, because we did do... Oh, that skill 2. I forgot about that skill 2. But the skill 2 also does ignore any of defense buffs or something like that. So that is something that I do tend to forget on this thing. But that is actually there. So in the end, it kind of worked. He did take a decent amount of turns. I can kind of see this team working. But would I way rather just put a Feng Yang over there that doesn't have like the edge of dying at every part in the match? Yeah, probably. So it is usable. Would I really recommend it? Probably not really. So my final verdict on him, I think he's interesting. He's definitely a niche mechanic. It would be nice if there's something more to this unit. Maybe if he gains A to B, that there's also something else happening in his kit. I do see that he has potential. It is just not really there yet, and I think that he's still due for a buff. But at least we kind of see the potential right now where he can smack infinite turns, which is kind of funny. So guys, thanks a lot for watching for this one. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel and like this video. And see you as always in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.